I ran into a guy that I know from the other flea market, and he sets up at this new flea market that I went to now, and we got to talk, and I explained to him what I was buying, and he says, geez, he says, you know, he said, I got a whole bunch of these Carbide, these cutters, I think they're Carbide. He says, you know, we cleaned out our place, guy had all kinds of machinery and everything. He said, you know, is that something you'd be interested in? I said, sure, I'd love to take a look. And he says, oh yeah, these are real expensive. Of course, everything's, you know, real expensive. But anyways, it intrigued me. I was hoping he had some Carbide end mills. The way I was trying to describe them to him, he seemed to think that that's what I was talking about. So he said, well, he said, I actually got them with me. I got them out in the truck. I didn't bring them in because I didn't think anybody here would be interested in them. So he said he'd bring them in and meet me over at his booth later. So on my way out, I went back over to his booth, and he brought me over the box. And unfortunately, it was not what I was hoping. It was not a bunch of, you know, end mills, Carbide cutters. What he's got is inserts. And he thought he really had a lot of money here in inserts. And, you know, he originally was trying to get $200 for the lot. But I think, based on my conversation with him, that there were more in here, and that somebody had come by and spotted some that they needed and bought them from him, and were happy to pay him, I don't know, $10 or $20 a box for them. And so he immediately began to think that that would be the valuation for the whole lot. So the problem is, and what I explained to him was, I said, gee, you know, I've got some holders that will use inserts of this type, but I said that each one of these numbers indicates that this insert is for a different type of job, fits a different type of holder. Some of this is going to be for certain types of machines and CNC. And make a long story short, I told him, I said, it's a real risk for me to buy these, because I might end up buying all of these and finding out that I got a whole bunch that I can't even use, and then having to turn around and sell them. So he said he didn't want to, he figured that's what he would end up having to do, and he didn't want to waste any time. So he wanted to know whether or not I'd give him a deal. And he said to me, he says, you know, he said, I'd take $75 for this whole box. And first I thought, wow, maybe we can work with each other on that. But the more I looked at it, the more I thought, I don't know, taking a big risk. So I'm actually ashamed to admit that I told him, I said, if he wants to unload them for 50, I'll take them. So I doled out $50 for this box of inserts. And I got a feeling that I hosed myself, because depending on what's in here, I might have a bunch of inserts that nobody wants. So I'm going to have to do some research on these. I mean, some of these are good brand names, obviously. Sandvik, you know. Some of these is Teledyne Firth Sterling. Kennametal. So when I was going through here and looking at these, I was basically thinking maybe they're worth $5 a box. The problem is, some of these inserts, I see them on eBay where people are selling, you know, a brand new box with a starting bid of 99 cents. And then there are others who are selling a brand new box of the same type, and they want more money for them. But I mean, why would you pay more if you can get them for 99 cents? The question is, are these the 99-cent ones, or are these better ones? So like these say K68 TNMS 542 K68 TNMS 270608. I'm going to have to figure out what all these numbers mean. If I'm good at $5 a box, then I have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. No, it's not full. How is that? How is that? You know, so at $5 a box, I've got more than $50 worth here. But that's what I might be able to sell them for. So that's not going to do me any good if I paid $50. So I should have got these for less money, is what I'm saying. But I don't know. So some of these are just like, these don't have any hole in them. So these are obviously, these are TPGN 22s. TPGN 22. Now that's interesting. TPG 432, TPG 433. Those are clearly some other type of metal than those. These are pretty gold, and these are gray. But these big honking ones here. Stellaram. TNMG 543A. Oh, look at these. Oh. Now see, though, I think I've got a holder that will take those. Way back when I did that estate sale and I bought a whole bunch of those holders. I can't figure out how to put the box on these things. 3 of those. Look at these little ones. These. Warning, contains cemented carbide. Viking tool. 1994. T11457D2C2. Hey, these weird ones. June of 98. 250 by 047C7. Some more of these triangle ones. These are North American Carbide. Kendex Kennametal. Indexable inserts. SPG 422 K68s. Well, my memory card filled up, so I had to go upstairs and change out cards. And while I was up there, I decided to do a quick Google search, and I found out this is a McCroskey Wizard quick change tooling, part of a McCroskey Wizard quick change tooling system. This being a B6 would indicate that this is a Morse number 6 taper, and this is to go in the tailstock of a manual lathe. And then there's a series of attachments that lock into this tool holder and are quick change. This is supposed to, I'm assuming that it's stuck from this since there's rust on here, but this is supposed to be able to turn. There's a way to unlock this, slap in whatever tool you want, lock it real quick, do that operation, and then change it out. So for instance, there's one with a drill chuck, there's one with a tap holder, and I'm sure there's probably a die holder, all that kind of stuff. So the idea being, you just slap in the drill chuck, drill the hole, pop it out, slap in the tap that hole. You know, it's for production work. So I don't really think I'm going to have much of a use for this, because quite frankly it's you know, it's more for a production type of thing where you're making the same part over and over again multiple times. So if I can get it to free up and move okay, then probably just end up selling it. And couldn't find, I'll do some more searching tonight, but I was looking on eBay just for the heck of it. I did see some smaller ones that were on there, but I didn't check past auctions to see what they're going for. I saw somebody asking about 18 bucks or best offer on a B4, which is a couple sizes smaller than this. So I don't know. I'm sure I'll be able to get my $5 out of it anyways. Back to these. I think what I'm going to have to do here is I'm going to catalog all of these and see exactly what I have. Or even just sorting these out and trying to catalog them can be a little bit of a pain. I found like some that were mixed in here and there, and then I found some of these ones that were in here I found homes for. So far I was able to put together these Viking sets here. Not sure how many was supposed to be in each one of these little holders, but I basically ended up putting 2 in each little holder for the most part. So I ended up with these T233-59C2s, I got 10 of those. And these 250X047, I've got 8 of those. And then the T11457s, I've got 37 of those. Now these are all really small little cutter heads, so I'm not sure what those go in. I'll do a little research and find out what those go in, but I got a feeling I'm going to have no use for all of those. Those are made by Viking, which Viking Tool Company is. It says here it was right in Sheldon, Connecticut. So then I moved on to these cutters that were in these boxes here. This box, the cover just has a warning saying that these are Carbide, but I can't find a name anywhere on the box. And this box right here, I was able to put together and make sure that they're all the same. These all are this style here, the triangle with no hole in them, and they're silkscreen clearly VR-82 on one side and TPG 434 on the other side. And so I've got a full box of 10 of those. But then we get to this box. I open this box up, and this box has a sticker here that's kind of hard to read. It said it was 10 pieces. Up here it said Carbide Systems, TPG dash, and then I can't make out what the number was that was on here, and then CR something, can't make that out. And written in pencil on the side here is 2762276. I can't make out what that is. So I don't know what was supposed to go in here. I think there was a few in here that I took out, but I noticed they were mixed and matched, and then some of them matched some of the ones in here, so I figured I'd try and make a set. But what I ended up finding out was I've got, as far as these solid triangles without holes in them, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 different ones. Now they may be the same size, but they're definitely different makers. These over here in this pile all have, the only marking I can find is 883 silk screened in on the side in red. And I can't find any other markings on this whatsoever. Then this little stack right here, these are clearly marked TPG-433 VR82. So these apparently are the same size as that box I just set aside. This little stack right here, these are only marked H10A, and that's it. And then this little stack of triangles right here, these, at first I didn't think they were marked at all, but there's a very faint silk screening on these of TPG 433F 883 and a, looks almost like a GE symbol on there. So I'm thinking the TPG 433F and 883 are the size, and I'm thinking 883s are the same as TPG 433s. I'm not positive, but that's what I'm starting to lean towards now as far as an explanation. So what I'm going to do with this box is I'll put in the let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7, and this one I got 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5. All right, since these are the ones I have the most of, I'll put all these together in this box here. And these are the ones that are just marked with that 883. 2, 4, 7. So I'll just mark. I think that's what was written on here, but got kind of rubbed off was 883. So we'll call these unknown. 883. 7 of those. Then this box is marked clearly Century Tool and Design, 10 pieces, TPG 433, grade C2. Oh, okay, so that C2 that I saw in some of these, that indicates the grade. And I think I checked
these already. Yeah, I checked these already and determined that these have absolutely no marking that I can discern on them whatsoever. You know, they're all nice and shiny, but I could see no markings whatsoever on these triangles. So, but there's 9 of them in here, and they were all in this box together, and they all match. So I think it's safe to say these are in fact what they say they are. So we'll catalog those as the centuries. These are TPG 433s. That must be a common size because I got those are 433s and 434s seem to be popping up, and 883. All those numbers seem to be falling in there. Put those off to the side. So that leaves me with these, and these, which I don't have boxes for. So this is a box of Carbide. These say TPG 433 on them. They also say TPGN-22. So these are TPG 433s, Carbide. I don't know what the F designation is, but I'll add it. Okay. There's 9 in here. There was a 10th one, but when I took it out, I looked at it. It was actually one of the ones I put one of these piles here. It didn't match. So I think it was one of these 833s that is silkscreen on the side, 833. So 9 of these. Let's see what's in here. Are these? All right, those are the. Maybe I'll hold off on those. Those are the triangle shapings. Oh, those are bigger. That's what those are. All right, let's take a look at what we got here. These are the Kennametal. And just abbreviate those, K-metal. Oh, look what I just saw in this box right here. Look at that. The label. TPG 434s. Must be off this box. Yeah, that's these. Alright, I had those labeled as unknown. Change those to century. Tool. Man, these are a pain in the ass to open. Heavy. Now, these have no markings on them, so I'll just have to assume they are what they are, which is Kennametal. But what about the size? How am I supposed to determine that? Boy, I'll tell you what I just noticed on these. There is like 0 rake angle on these. That's interesting. Alright. It's a full pack of 5. Don't know what these are yet. But I think they're going to be the same as these, and these have a label on them. Now, these are K68. They're clearly marked, and they are different. These are definitely different. These have a curve to them, so they actually curve up. Definitely different. K68s. Actually, this looks like it's K88. Did I read that wrong? Clearly, these are K68s. It's interesting that this label looks like K. Oh, I see, that's just dirt. K68s. Alright, so these are TNMP 544 K68s. Right now I've got 4 of those. Let's see what these are. Nope. That's what these are. Alright, so I'm going to take one of these out of here so I can make this one a full set of 5. 8. Another box, full box. Oh, wait a minute. 544 K68, yeah. These say K68, but the part over here is TNMS 542, and they look different. Right, these are TNMP 544 K68s. That's these. 5, 10, 15, 18 of those. TNMS 542. K68. K68, maybe that's the grade. Alright, so these are 542s. What do they look like? These are just marked K68 on the side. They have a very unusual curve going up. Now that's what these are, according to the box. Let's see if they look the same. Oops. Yeah, they do. I got 10 of those. Oh, hold on, what were these? These are the ones that are completely unmarked. And they're going to be a pain to decipher. Alright, so 10 of these. SPG 422. SPG 422. Kendex. K68 again. So again, I'm assuming that's like the grade. This box is so dirty I can't see how many are in there. These are just little square suckers. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 4 in there. Doubt those are going to be very useful. Alright. These are Stelram. These are TNMG 2706 12E 4T K20. K20 must be the grade. Boy, that's a mouthful, that part number. TNMG 2706 12E-4T. Pretty safe to say that's what those are in there. And they don't... That one, that's an orphan one. Doesn't look like either of these, any of these, so I guess we'll just say that there's just 4 of these and be done with that. What are these? How did I miss these? These just say K68 on them, but they've got the shape of, I think, these here. Which are TNMS 542s. I get my count wrong on those. Thought I only had 10 of those, and I actually have 14. See, these other ones here, these are curved up. They're two-sided. So these actually would have 3 cutting edges this way, and then you flip them over and get 3 more cutting edges. Either that or they're for cutting in both directions. Like in a CNC machine where it would be rotating one way and then change direction. I don't know. Alright. So we still got these mystery ones. We'll call this Kennemental Unmarked 5. And make a little picture. Still not that though. Alright. Alright, these are interesting because it says Sandvik TPGN22, TPGN22, but they're clearly not the same. So these are a different color than these. These say TPG 433 below it, and these say TPG 432. Sandvik. Sandvik. Make me a Sandvik. TPGN 22 / TPG 433, and then that's the same, and then TPG 432. 432s, I got 5. 433s, I got 5. Takes care of that. What the hell are these things? HA1.
Alright, these are the North American Carbide. Can't tell what's written on here. It's handwritten in pen by somebody. Style DNA something, I don't know. Space 532 DN. I'm going with GA. And there's a space 532, and the grade is HA. 9 of those. Teledyne Firth Sterling. That sounds very English, doesn't it? Firth Sterling. Alright, these two boxes here look like they say TNMG-544A. Grade 79637. Can't see the grade on the other one. Let's see. And these are some big triangles. These look like they've been used. These are not what they appear to be. Two of these have like black paint on the edges of some of the corners. The rest of these do not. The rest of these also all appear to have been, except for this one, all appear to have been mounted and used. That's a disappointment. Well, at least these all look like, yeah, these are all new. These are all unused. 7 of these. 3 new and 4 used in here. This box, Teledyne, these are DNGA 532s. Oh yeah, see, I guess those other ones, those North American Carbides, were 2 DNG 532s, so these should be, yeah, these are more of the triangle ones. And these all look new. 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 7 of those new. They have a very small little piece of brass. And these 2 little metal things just don't appear to be anything. Ah, you son of a gun. So all I have left are these loose ones, which I do believe that these are maybe all the same size and are just different makers and possibly different grades. Yeah, I'm pretty confident. These are the ones that are lightly silkscreen with the little GE logo. These are the ones that are just marked with an H10A on the bottom. Oh, these are the ones that marked with the TPG. So we'll call these TPG 433 / 8. Is it another 883? Can't remember. Yeah, 883. And I'm just going to put all of these. Let's see. 2, 4, these 6. 10. I'll keep these 14 since they're all the same size, separated. And then of course I have this jar of inserts that I was given. I fished these out of the bottom of a toolbox at the guy I bought the Airco welder from. He said I could take them. I didn't even know what they had any idea what they might be good for at the time. So sort through those some other time. Alright. As far as what's left in here, I mean, these are obviously, I understand what these types of inserts are for. But what baffles me is what I've got on the back side over here. These are marked on the back 260X
.031 HA, but I don't even understand where the cutting edge is on these, silly as that may sound. And they're not all identical. I thought these were all the same. There was a couple of these that were a little bit different shape on the bottom. And then there's like a bigger version of those right here. These are marked 0.375 x 0.031. So those are obviously dimensions. 0.031. Where's that dimension? So I don't know. Is this little rounded corner right here the actual cutting edge? I guess so. Those are funny little inserts there. I wonder if those belong in a shell mill. I'm just going to write this down. 0.375 by 0.031 HA. No idea how I'm going to find out what those are. I'm going to have to just get lucky and maybe come across some listing for those. Well, we're going to call it a night.